An emotional, searing indictment of Black Lives Matter has now gone viral. It's a Facebook post by NFL great Ray Lewis, and it's been viewed by more than 2.7 million people. Lewis questions the group's focus in light of the wave of horrible violence in Chicago. Listen.
I'm trying to ask the question if to the organization of Black lives, if they really mattered, then why not riot now? There was 141 murders this year, 82 murders last year at the same time. I'm trying to figure out in my mind why no one is paying attention to black men killing black men. And now we have the separation once again, that we're being victimized because of one bad white cop, two bad white cops, three bad white cops kill a young black brother. But every day we have black on black crime killing each other. I'm trying to figure out how the month of March, there's more murders in the month of March in Chicago than there are days in the month.
Here to talk about this is Aaron Goggins. He's the core organizer of Black Lives Matter DC. He joins me from Washington. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being here. You heard what Ray Lewis said, right? He's saying, in other words, your group is focusing too much on a couple of instances of alleged police brutality, and you're not focusing enough on black crime, something that kills more African-American young men than anything else.
Well, it's important to talk about the myth of black on black crime as just that, a myth. Any Google search of the term can come up with a lot of different articles.
So Ray Lewis is wrong?
I think Ray Lewis is talking about a lot of myths and misconceptions about what the movement is, and is talking about an argument.
Well, let's go back to black on black crime.
Racism.
You're saying that black on black crime is not a problem?
No, I'm saying that inter-community crime happens in all communities across the country, and it is a problem that the movement of Black Lives is focusing on. The movement of Black Lives is also focusing on state-sanctioned violence, which is a different thing. It's not just a few white cops killing a few unarmed black men. It's actually the state systematically creating up systems that are killing black people, both black women, black children, black men, black queer, black trans, and black gender nonconforming folks. And that's the issue that I think Ray Lewis didn't talk about in his video.
Well, specifically, Ray Lewis said, yes, those issues are important, but the more important issues is figuring out how to help communities heal, how to stop the killing in communities like in Chicago, which has seen this huge increase in violence, and it's mostly black on black crime.
There are many folks on the ground in Chicago who are doing great work. You can look at the interrupters. But really, I think it's important that the media focus on the broader issues and the systemic conditions that create both intra-community violence and state-sanctioned violence. It's important that we talk about how the police are used in black communities. It's important that we talk about, like in Flint, for instance, you have both the state and federal government refusing to govern and refusing to actually take care of the black community.
I hear you, and the media certainly covers that, but Ray Lewis is specifically talking about Black Lives Matter, and I'm just going to read you another excerpt from his rant on his Facebook page. We keep screaming Black Lives Matter. If they really matter, then let's do ourselves a favor. Let's stop killing black folks. Let's take it way back to where we understood what slavery was all about. Slavery was about togetherness and understanding that we must overcome together.
Slavery was not about togetherness and understanding. Slavery was about how to get labor from black folks without compensating us for it. Slavery was about creating the conditions for the American settler colonial society. Slavery was not about togetherness, because in our resistance to slavery we created unity. It's a different thing. It's a different conversation.
I think that's what he's talking about. He's talking about unity and fighting injustice together.
I think we need to fight all the forms of injustice that black community face, and I think you can't use black on black crime, or this myth that somehow white people are not also killing white people, to obfuscate from the fact that the state is killing black people in America.
I think Ray Lewis is concentrating on black crime. He's not saying that only happens in certain communities.
What I'm trying to highlight is the fact that this is what the media wants to bring the movement of Black Lives on national television to talk about, when there are all of these systems of injustice that are systematically killing black people in our communities.
So what would you say directly to Ray Lewis for posting this on his Facebook page?
I don't have anything to say to Ray Lewis. I don't know him. I might suggest that he Google the myth on black crime, and he talked to other athletes like Carmelo Anthony, who are actually from Baltimore, who have been doing work in the community.
All right, I have to leave it there. Aaron Goggins, thanks for stopping by.